Welcome back to another episode from the Critics Collective. I am the Dad Panther variety streamer, content creator, master of none, and we're going to talk The Harder They Fall. This came out in 2021, rated R, and it is over the 2 hour mark. Just barely over the 2 hour mark. And you know how I feel about movies over the 2 hour mark, so you can already guess the tone. Now, with that being said, hit the subscribe button, like, and follow, and just try us out for 3 minutes. We appreciate each one of you. 3 minutes is all we're asking, and then put in the comments, what are you watching or what should we be watching? Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go into my first impressions, highs and lows, and then we're gonna rate this thing from 0 to 5. Now, my first impressions of this one was, and this came out, like I said, 2021 in the fall. I can't remember when, but I remember it was near the holidays, and I was like, "Hey, I'm getting a gift," because I had briefly saw the trailer, like half of it before I turned it off. It was like it started, and I was like, "That's this person, that's this person, that's." I'll just go down the list of people, and they didn't pop up in the order. It was R.J. Seiler, if I'm saying his name correct, Jonathan Mayers, Zazie Beetz. She's been in Atlanta. She was also Domino in the Deadpool series. Um, then I saw Chase Dillon. I saw Damon Wayans Jr., Woody McClain, Daniela Deadweiler. There's certain name, Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield. There was names I just saw, Fatima Robinson. There's names I saw, like I didn't see their names, but I saw them on the screen. I was like, oh, snap. And I had to turn it away. I had to turn it off because I don't like to watch trailers. I don't like to spoil anything. I just like to go in, like almost like read a book and just experience what it is, the good, bad, and the ugly. See what I did there is a Western. I'm a dad. It's gonna happen anyways. So expectations for this was high. I'm just calling what it was. It was high. Also, the music was smooth. It was like it was good music, and I was like, it felt good to the soul. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. So the movie came out. Go with the highs and lows. The lows was that there wasn't a follow up of this movie as long as it's been. That would be the lows. Some other lows I would say is some of the inaccuracies versus the true story and the folk telling, because these characters are characters that were alive and notorious, good and bad, back in the day in the Wild Wild West. Um, but for whatever reason, they change the names and switch it up, which I'm not mad at that. It's just if you're someone who's like, well, that's not how it happened, and they're overthinking it and overdoing it. Yeah, it happens in movies to sell tickets or to get you to watch it. So I'm not mad at that. It's just I just want to let you know it's true. It's there now. The writer, director, producer, Jeymes Samuels. Um, you can his print of being a part of the community and just feeling the temperature of how do you take what we know as a Western and add some style to it that it just stands out in its own, but not overdoing it, not like strong clone or something. The good I will say about this is the direction, the lighting, the scene, the pacing. Yes, 2 hours, not my favorite thing, but it didn't feel like 2 hours to me. And that means you have a good cast, a good story, a universe you place us in, and we're not checking our watch to see what time it is. I enjoyed the cast. Regina Hall was killing it. Jonathan Mayers was killing it. Elba was killing everybody in the cast. The ladies, just everybody was holding their own weight on this. The fashion, like I said, the music, everything fit on this. Now, this is rated R. The killing scenes, the fighting scenes, the gunslinging, it was there. It made you want to turn on the Red Star and just turn on that game and just ride through and just, slow it down and pop, pop, pop. It just gave you that feel. Now, for this, I will say some of the interesting stuff that happened towards the end. I don't want to say you shed a tear, but it's almost like you don't want this world to close, kind of like Westworld, the first season, not the other ones, where you just enjoy where you're at right now. You don't want it to go. And so, with that being said, I think you kind of know where we're going on this. We're going to go ahead and start rating this. Now, the ratings go from 0 to 5. Now, it is interesting for this movie because we just did a Western. I think it was The Murders at Yellowstone City. That's on Netflix as well. It came out a year after this one, about 2 hours in the mark. And that one I said was a mother loving zero. Okay. Were there some moments in it? Yeah, but not worth 2 hours. Okay. So that was a zero. Okay. A zero. This movie right here, which is a little bit older, a little bit longer, I guarantee you'll enjoy this one better than that other one. I can guarantee this one has dad's approval right here. Now, the interesting thing about this one as well, especially with the timing of it, is if you enjoyed Sinners, okay, brand new movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Listen to our review. We came out with a long discussion. Listen to that. If you enjoyed Sinners, I think you're going to enjoy this one. There's just something about putting us in a different type of light, um, with a different type of direction where it just feels good. Now, you may not feel good about the good guys and bad guys in this one, but the production and everything is there. So I am going to rate this. Hit the subscribe button, like and follow and share. The road to 1 million continues. If you've been here from day one, we appreciate that. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Just check us out, 3 minutes, and then put in the comments, hey, this is what you're watching, or this is what we should be watching. And we would greatly appreciate that. If you didn't already see it, The Harder They Fall is a 5, in my opinion. We don't get a lot of Westerns with people of color, let alone where we're not slaves. Check out the review that I did on the murders of Yellowstone. But you have businessmen and women. You have there's honestly, it's you're just watching it and you're enjoying it. You're not thinking of any political BS or any message. You're just enjoying a Western, if that's your tea. And if you're not a fan of Westerns, you're going to enjoy it because it plays like some other movies, just in a Western setting. Think about that. Also, think about you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. I appreciate that. Frog. I appreciate that. Until next time, Kalika Kalau.